Yeah, thanks, thanks, thanks. In between clap also. Clapping is also okay. Yeah, thanks. So, we are ready to face any challenges and we are able to, meet the competition head on. So the challenge here is not in terms of ability to reduce the price and sell. The challenge here is thinking differently and taking innovative methods of trying to improve our business. Now, what has happened? Can I have the next slide? Our Jayantipuram capacity became choked. Andhra demand was picking up. There was no clinker. So what do we do next? We started taking clinker from Tamil Nadu plant to Bengal. So 1,200 kilometers became 2,500 kilometers. Look at the situation. But the point is, despite doing this, we have been able to establish ourselves as a very serious player in Bengal. Okay. Now, having said this, can I have the next one? So whatever avenues are open for Ramco is open for competition too. Now the waterways of India is opening up, it is developing rapidly, and coastal movement is assuming a lot of importance. If Ramco makes 2 shipments by coastal movement, immediately competition also does it. So today, every brand is available in every nook and corner of every market in India. You cannot say that this market belongs to so-and-so. Those days are gone. There used to be a time when Tamil Nadu and Kerala used to be only market for Tamil Nadu producers. Today, that is not the case. Today, you go to the market like Trivandrum, Kanyakumari, Nagarkoil, you will find every brand there. Earlier, you used to see 4 brands. Today, you will see every brand there. So, the way we need to compete is slowly becoming very different. Now, if you look at our own dealers here, I can see 1 white hair, that is all, 2 white hairs. All are black-haired gentlemen. 20 years ago, when I used to have a dealer meet, there used to be a lot of people with white hair or grey hair. Today I see only black hair or no hair. See, the generation is changing. A lot of youngsters are coming into cement business. Am I right? Yes or no? Exactly. The way you are thinking of business is very different from the way your father thought of business, the way your grandfather thought of business. Am I right? Today, a youngster, if you do business, the first thing you need to know at the end of the day, sir, what is my discount? First tell me, am I making a profit or a loss? Correct? You want to work with, can I have the next slide? You want to work with a company whom you can choose as a very correct partner. It is very important for you. Okay, now you look at, let me share something more with you. If you look at the world per capita consumption of cement, the per capita world average is 500 kgs. United States and China is approximately 1000 kgs, and Europe is about 700 kgs. In India, it is only 195 kgs. Yeah, so on the one side, it looks a little disappointing, 195 kgs, but in any disappointment, there is always a brighter side of things. You must always remain optimist. You know, we in Ramco always believe the future will be definitely better than what it is today. Tomorrow will be definitely better. That is the way you must think positively. Now, while 195 kgs looks low for India, we have 1 billion population. Now look at the next slide. The next slide you'll see by 2030, which is exactly 11 years from today, 67% of India's population will be below the age of 30. India is slated to be the youngest nation in the world. The rest of the countries will be all above 50, above 60, 70 and all that. Imagine the opportunity that is going to become available for us. People below 30 will become more employable. When you become more employable, you are likely to generate more. You will be driving the economy. You will be earning more money. More money will come into circulation in the market. People will spend more money. But more importantly, people will need homes. Isn't it? And is there any other alternate material other than cement for construction? Cement is still the major important product for construction industry and infrastructure. All these people, when they come into society and they start earning, we need to also make sure, the government will also have to make sure that infrastructure is adequately provided. Let us not be worried about the slowing down of economy today, etc., etc. These are all things which we read in the newspaper. It is not as if the cement industry has slowed down. Nothing has slowed down. The cement industry is growing well. But particularly in the case of Ramco, we are growing quite well. Our capacity utilization is not 66%, it is 90%. So therefore, can I have the next slide? So what is it that we are doing now? We are saying, you cannot continue to do the business the way you were doing the business earlier. You are at crossroads. You have come to a junction where you have to decide which way you need to go. Just as you have become young, the dealers have become young. The second generation, third generation dealers have taken over the business. The customer is also becoming young. No longer is the customer, the old customer who's coming into the shop and then asking, can you give me a cement? No. Today's customer is Googling. He knows what cement he wants, what is the different types of cement he wants. And consequently, he is very clear. Look at the changes we have been able to bring about in Ramco. If you look at BIS, you have different types of cement. You have 53 grade cement, you have 43 grade cement, you have PPC cement, you have slag cement, you have composite cement, you have sulfate resistant cement, rapid hardening, etc. Some 6, 7, 8 broad categories of cement are available. Now, what have we done in Ramco? Just think for a moment. First, check if the other fellow is sleeping. I can see one fellow sleeping. That gentleman there, he's sleeping. Just wake him up. White shirt. Okay. So, what has Ramco done? Now, if you look at 53 grade cement, there are different types of customers who need 53 grade cement, but the application of that cement and the performance of that cement is different. For example, you take hollow block, or solid block, or paver blocks. These are all 53 grade cement they need. Now, if we give them a normal 53 grade cement, that is not good enough. Ramco has developed Ramco Super Fast, which is a 53 grade cement, but it has got the special quality of high strength and quick setting, which is what a hollow block manufacturer needs. Am I right? He will cast the cement, he will put the thing, mold, he wants to cure, he wants to remove the mold. Next day he wants to load it on the truck and he will throw it. It should not break. This is what he wants. Similarly, 53 grade is used for construction. Now for construction, if you go and give Ramco Super Fast, how will it work? It won't work. Before you go, pour it, it will set. Similarly, if it is a multi-storied building, we have a special type of cement called 53 infra. So in 53 grade itself, there are different types of 53 grade which are developed keeping the consumer in mind. The peculiar thing about Ramco is, in the center of Ramco, we put the consumer. And the entire Ramco goes around the consumer. The consumer is the king. The consumer is the most important person for whom we exist. That is very, very important. So the consumer demands a cement which is right for his application. Please understand this. He is not bothered about 53 grade, 43 grade. He wants, does it suit my application? End of story. You understand? So, we are trying to shift. Say, for example, you got a cement for concrete. Now, the same cement for concrete is what you are using for plaster. Why? Why can't you use a cement that is specially developed for plaster? In Ramco, you have that. So this is where we come from in the case of Ramco, that we are recommending that every application needs a specific type of cement. And that specific type of cement, not every manufacturer can give. You know, it is all, each type of cement needs a different silo. If we have to give multiple silos, you need to have a huge infrastructure in your company. You must invest. Costs money. When you invest and when it costs money, naturally we tend to think the cost will go up. But in the case of Ramco, the contrary happens. Thanks to our technology, thanks to our invention, you know, thanks to the commitment from our own technical team, we are keeping our costs down. That is why I compliment each and every one of you. You have chosen the right partner. Your partner is Ramco. Your partner must always remain healthy. Your partner must have money. Isn't it? Money comes from where? Money, you know, you don't print money. Money doesn't come only from profits. Money comes from financial and fiscal discipline. You must be a very disciplined person in terms of managing your money. That is the thing that you learn from Ramco. You must learn from your partner. That is very important because that is applicable. If it is applicable for Ramco's business, it is applicable to you. Any business, it is applicable. In 2003, there used to be a time when I had a colleague in my office, a gentleman called Subramaniam, who had a blue book, spiral-bound book. He will come every day. He will come every day morning. Small figure he will write. He said, "Sir, this is the money we have to pay to the bank tomorrow." Now Ramco, you know, whatever money we have to pay to the bank, if it is to be paid tomorrow, we pay today. There is no default. We can't run away. So that is the discipline we have in Ramco. So he will write. Where will the money come? The money has to come from collection. Where is the collection? We have given happily credit to dealer. Dealer is happily sitting. Only if he sells cement, he can give money. Dealer is also giving credit. So we were going through a situation where, you know, we were losing sleep. As it is, you know, when I joined the cement industry, I had black hair. Black hair. So now, what has happened is, the way things were going, I didn't mind getting white hair, but I didn't want to lose my hair. So God asked me, Balaji, what do you like? You know, you have only two choices. Either you have white hair or no hair. I said, "Sir, you give me white hair, please." I was born with white hair, but that's not the point. The point here is, 2003, we went and told the dealers, listen, no more of this credit business. You give your security, and against the security, you take your credit. There is no credit limit. E brandam dridamainadi inda bandavu urdiyanadu, as strong as family bonds, everything is fine. All that is perfect. But when we have to give you credit, sorry, no. Correct? Yes or no? At that time, dealers protested, "Sir, how can you do this? It is impossible. How will we do business, etc., etc." But when we implemented this, a lot of dealers came and told us, "Sir, this is a first class thing." At least now, we are very clear what is the money available for us to give credit in the market, number one. Number two, only if I have credit limit, you can send material. You cannot dump material on me. So that was a good thing for the dealer. Otherwise, you know, we used to simply send material to the dealer. So we achieved what we thought was not possible. It was a change. 2003, what Ramco did, no other company in the industry did. We were the trendsetter. Once Ramco did, the rest of the country followed. Today, the Indian cement industry, if the credit limit is, it is well under control, a huge thanks must come to Ramco Cements. So what we are trying to tell you is that you must change. You cannot continue to sell cement the way it used to sell. Cement is no longer a commodity. A bag of cement, don't think a 50 kg bag of cement is just cement. In a bag of cement of Ramco, there is technology in it. There is perseverance in it. There is passion in it. There is quality in it. There is strength in it. There is durability in it. There is blood, sweat, and tears in it. It is the commitment of our own technical and manufacturing team that has gone into this cement. It is no ordinary bag of cement. It is a cement with rich culture, heritage, quality, and everything that a consumer can dream of. It is a cement manufactured with the consumer in the center and wanting to meet the consumer's aspirations and dreams. Because any person building a home is not just building a home. A person who's building a home is building a dream. It can be a very small 500 square feet house or 400 square feet house. He is building a dream. And you are part of that dream. That is very important. And therefore, we have come to a crossroads and we need to really rethink in terms of what we need to do.